For as long as we have looked up at the night sky, we have wondered. We have gazed at the countless stars scattered like diamonds on black velvet and asked a simple yet profound question: are we alone? This query is not just a product of modern science. It's actually a fundamental part of the human experience, a thread woven through our myths, our philosophies, and our religions for millennia. From ancient astronomers charting the heavens to children wishing upon a star, the thought that other beings might exist out there looking back at us has captivated our imagination. We build colossal telescopes to peer deeper into space. We launch probes to visit distant planets in our own solar system. We listen intently to the silent static of the cosmos, hoping to catch a whisper from another civilization. The idea of communicating with extraterrestrial beings is not a new one. It has been a staple of our stories and dreams for centuries. In the mid-20th century, scientists began to seriously consider the technical aspects of interstellar communication. The answer, scientists proposed, lay in the universal languages of mathematics and physics. These are the fundamental rules that govern the universe itself. In the 1960s, humanity built such a voice. It was not a conventional structure, but a colossal scientific instrument nestled in the lush green landscape of Puerto Rico. This was the Arecibo Observatory. When it was completed in 1963, the Arecibo telescope was, by a huge margin, the largest single-aperture telescope in the world. Originally built for atmospheric science, it quickly became clear that this giant ear had the potential to do so much more. It was poised to revolutionize our understanding of the universe. The task of designing this cosmic greeting fell to a small group of brilliant minds. The primary architect of the message was Dr. Frank Drake, the man who had created the famous Drake equation. Drake sketched out the initial design on a piece of scrap paper. The team debated what essential information about humanity and our world should be included. The solution they devised was ingenious in its simplicity. The message would be a long string of binary digits, the ones and zeros that form the basis of all modern computing. The message consisted of exactly 1,679 bits. This number was not chosen at random. It was selected because it is the result of multiplying 23 and 73. Any intelligent beings who received this long string would recognize it as a semi-prime and deduce that the most logical way to arrange the data is in a rectangular grid. One arrangement would reveal a coherent picture, a pictogram made from the ones and zeros. It was a brilliant way to provide the assembly instructions without using a single word. The very first section of the pictogram is a simple guide to our numbering system. It shows the numbers 1 through to 10, written in binary code. This next section lists the atomic numbers of the 5 most important chemical elements for life on Earth. These are hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and phosphorus. This is not just a random shopping list of chemicals. It is a recipe. It is a declaration of the fundamental ingredients that combine to create living organisms on our planet. Having established the basic chemical ingredients of life, the message then delves deeper into our biology. It moves on to describe the very molecule that contains the instructions for building a living being, DNA. The pictogram then illustrates the famous double helix structure of DNA, a discovery that was still relatively recent in 1974. In the very center of this double helix graphic, a vertical bar represents the number of nucleotide base pairs in the human genome. The number given is approximately 4.3 billion, written out in binary. In the center of the entire pictogram is a simple, blocky figure of a human being. It is a universal human shape, not specific to any race or gender, representing our entire species. To the left of the human figure, there is a vertical bar with a binary number. This number represents the average height of an adult human male at the time. To the right of the human figure, another number is shown in binary. This number represents the population of the Earth in 1974. The figure given is approximately 4.3 billion. The next graphic in the pictogram is a simple map of our solar system. It shows our sun on the left, followed by a series of planets in their correct order, including Pluto, which was still considered a planet back in 1974. Crucially, the diagram does more than just list the planets. It highlights our homeworld. The third planet from the sun, Earth, is shown slightly raised up from the line of the other planets. Beneath the map of our solar system is the final image in the pictogram. This is a representation of the instrument that sent the message, the Arecibo radio telescope itself. The day was the 16th of November, 1974. A sense of anticipation filled the air at the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico. As the ceremony began, engineers and technicians in the control room were making the final preparations. The atmosphere was a mix of professional focus and palpable excitement. The powerful klystrons, the high-power vacuum tubes that generated the microwave radio signal, were warmed up, humming with latent energy. At precisely 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Atlantic Standard Time, the command was given. The giant klystrons surged to life, channeling 1,000,000 watts of power into the transmitter. The 305-meter dish collected and focused this immense energy, reflecting it back up as a pencil-thin beam aimed directly at the heart of the M13 star cluster. Inside the control room, monitors tracked the progress of the broadcast, showing the string of ones and zeros flowing out from the transmitter. The assembled scientists watched with a sense of awe and accomplishment. The moment the broadcast ended, the Arecibo message became an independent entity. It was no longer a file on a computer or a signal in a wire, but a self-propagating pattern of electromagnetic waves. In its first second, it passed the moon. In under 8 minutes, it had traveled further than the sun. Within a few hours, it had left our entire solar system behind. The message was now in interstellar space, the vast, cold emptiness between the stars. Its journey, destined to last for tens of thousands of years, had truly begun. Today, as you read this, the message is approximately 49.5 light-years away from us. It has traveled far beyond any of our physical spacecraft, like the Voyager probes. On Earth, life continued. The search has also broadened beyond just radio signals. The discovery of thousands of exoplanets has opened up new avenues for exploration. It remains out there, traveling silently through the void, carrying its simple pictogram across the interstellar void. A faint but persistent whisper from a small blue world. Years after its departure, the Arecibo message continues to be a subject of fascination and a powerful educational tool. It serves as a perfect entry point for discussions about mathematics, biology, computer science, and astronomy. The message has also become a cultural artifact, a piece of digital art from the human race. This act has been referenced in music, literature, and art, a testament to its enduring power to capture the imagination. The physical instrument that sent the message is now gone. The collapse of the Arecibo telescope in 2020 was a profound loss for science and a poignant end to a major chapter in our exploration of the cosmos. The story of the Arecibo message is ultimately the story of a question, the same one we have asked for millennia: are we alone? This broadcast was one of our first attempts to actively seek an answer. The message may never be received, and we may never get an answer. But the act of sending it was, in itself, an answer to a different question. It answered the question of what kind of species we are. We are the species that tries. We are the species that reaches out. We are the species that sends a greeting to the stars, a hopeful whisper into the vast, beautiful, and silent universe.